pieces for you. These two little
Welcome everyone to Chaos Magic. Everyone, we have a nice small group tonight, but some amazing poets. First on the list, we have Richard. Richard, could you bless us with some words?
I will indeed. I've got two little pieces for your amusement. This first one is called The Gospel of Incompetence, by which I swear I think the goddess, the mighty ruling class, never quite, despite all their might, ever seems to get us there. I believe it is incompetence that mostly protects our lives from the bloody plans of warriors that, despite their fervor, never quite solidifies or seems to jibe. Were the bosses equal to their villainous plans that they pursue the livelong day and yet never make their stand? No better than chattering howler monkeys climbing and mobbing about in the zoo in pursuit of their would-be banana money, and all the filthy predators who would pursue the victims of their loathsome conniving. Hey, who'd know better than you? And all the skeezy plotters with their filthy plans, may they ever serve as they trip over themselves with their voluminous list of irrational, insubstantial demands, and all the ragtag, shaggy criminals who post to social media as they play it sinister, and while gorging on their own special glory to gain ground in Wikipedia, they march headlong into the dentious arms of Peter Lorre. And so may they thus to the proper coppers, and they'll explain their magnificent glory with no bottle stoppers. I thank the goddess for the dumb ones with all their stupid stun guns set to dumb or maybe numb. They might as well dispatch themselves, for all their future ways beside beguiling amounts to mist and dust. And all the bomb makers and vainglorious risk takers and all the indulgent movie makers, they scarce, it seems, amuse themselves, yet here they set their plans amidst the dusty rust of the middle shelves, swells the melody of ringing bells. And that, my friends, is the gospel of incompetence that protects us every day. Now, my closing piece for your amusement is called extrajudicial. That's when these, political leader types just ignore the law. I mean, they just ignore it.
Yeah,
That they're
yeah.
going to then want to grind you up in it. So this is called extrajudicial. Extrajudicial, that's their thing. Watch the way I spread my wings, the nasty, scaly, rough-hewn things. You don't even have to kiss the ring. Watch me how I make 'em sing. Send 'em here and send 'em there. Nothing you ever see is on the square. Yeah, we like bribery. Yes, we do. You write a nice check, voila. Hey, we're through. They got their moral codes. We got ours. We got so many we keep 'em on shelves in great big jars. We don't like marches or protests neither. What we like is undercover search and seizure. We'll grab your shoes, your pants, and take your socks, and then we chill out and maybe kill you, or at the very least store you in a keyless box. We'll take your phone, we got your pewters, terminate your communications, your organization's neutered. We'll stop your rallies, no more protests. Don't you worry, we know what's best. None of the niceties they observe in court, we don't like 'em. They'll get the jerk. No complications like evidence and such. We tried that before. It's just too much. Complications like testimony and observing laws. None of that tedious stunts. Once we grabbed you, you're in our jaws. All them lawyers and their words, we like something swifter like, hey, you never heard. I'm the judge and I'm the king. I just really like to do my thing. I got unlimited armies. They's undercover, just the way I like my lovers. And if you don't like what they're heard to say, then that's enough for me. Disappeared. They're gone. Good day. Extrajudicial any way I like. And if you don't like it, hey, you can take a hike. Extrajudicial. Thank you, my friends. Now I must off. I've got an ink pot that needs spilling. Excuse me, my friends. I hope I brought you a smile.
Yes, thank you so much, Richard. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Richard. That was
Everyone show some
awesome.
love to Richard.
Richard,
All
you're on.
right. So we had some new people come in. Welcome, Blxck Sxlt, Sidekick, and Matthew. I put you guys all up on the list. Matthew, you're not on there yet, but you will be. Unless you don't want to, let me know. So coming up next, we have Bill. Bill, are you ready to bless us with some magic? I gotta unmute him. Hold on one sec. There we go. Can you unmute for us, Bill?
Okay, can I do a sound check real quick?
Hey.
Sound good?
Yeah, I can hear ya.
Okay. First song I'm going to do is a cover. It's a Dylan song, surprise, surprise. It's called Percy's Song. One of his more obscure songs, but a very good one. Hope you like it. Let me see here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bad news come to me where I sleep. Turn, turn, turn again. Saying one of your friends is in trouble deep. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. Tell me the trouble, tell me it once to my ear. Turn, turn, turn again. Joliet prison and 99 years. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. Oh, oh, what's the charge of how this came to be? Turn, turn, turn again. Manslaughter in the highest of degree. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. I sat down and wrote the best words I could write. Turn, turn, turn again. Explaining to the judge I'll be there on Wednesday night. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. Without a reply I left by the moon. Turn, turn, turn again. And was in his chambers by the next afternoon. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. Could you tell me the facts? I said without fear. Turn, turn, turn again. That a friend of mine would get 99 years. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. A crash on the highway flew the car into a field. Turn, turn, turn again. There were 4 persons killed, and he was at the wheel. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. But I knew him as good as I known my own self. Turn, turn, turn again. And he wouldn't harm a life that belonged to someone else. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. The judge spoke out of the side of his mouth. Turn, turn, turn again. Saying the witness who saw, well, he left little doubt. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. That may be true, he's got a sentence to serve. Turn, turn, turn again. But 99 years he just don't deserve. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. Too Too late, for his case it is sealed. Turn, turn, turn again. His sentence is passed and it cannot be repealed. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. But he ain't no criminal and his crime it is none. Turn, turn, turn again. What happened to him could happen to anyone. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. Rain and the wind. Well, his eyes looked funny and I stood up so slow. Turn, turn, turn again. With no other choice except for to go. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. I walked down the highway and I heard his door slam. Turn, turn, turn again. I walked down the courthouse stairs and I could not understand. Turn, turn to the rain and the wind. And I played my guitar through the night to the day. Turn, turn, turn again. And the only tune my guitar could play was the old cruel rain, rain and the wind. Okay, that's the first one. Kind of ragged, I apologize, but haven't played that song in many years.
Woo! We love you, Bill.
What's that?
We love you, Bill. Woo!
Okay, one more now. Let's see. I'll play original, and that'll be. Okay, it's You Girl. I'll play that one. It's you, girl, decked in effervescent blue. It's you, girl, spirit tender and true. You are my sage, my Venus, my belle. You're so perceptive, artistic, and cool, yeah. It's you, girl, my philosophical muse. It's you, girl, who taught me to be is to do. You are visionary ahead of your time. You ignore what's fashionable, accepted, or defined. you, girl, folk singer so true. It's you, girl, voice so silken and new. I love your ethereal singing at the avant-garde. You turn me on to Dylan with your soprano and guitar. It's you, girl, my coffee house queen. It's you, girl, my brown-eyed babe in blue jeans. I drink you in my dreams, you're so beautiful and fine. You live for today with so much passion in mind. I'm so grateful you're my friend and my musical muse. Ooh. Okay, thank you, everybody. That's all, folks.
Thank you, Bill. Oh my goodness. Everyone show some love to Bill.
Way to go, Bill.
Thank you, everybody.
As
That was
always, I
so-
love Dylan, but I love that second song, the original.
That's my song.
That was amazing.
That's my
Yeah.
original. Yeah. It's You, Girl. That's the name of it.
That's my
That's-
favorite song you've written so far.
Which one's
Like that one, just the one you just performed. My
Oh,
Girl
okay.
or You Girl?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of my
like
popular ones. Yeah, thank you.
I might end up cutting that one out of the video so I can have it on your playlist so I can listen to it again and again. You know what I'm saying? That was awesome.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Love it.
Thank you. You're so
Awesome.
Thank
generous.
Thank
you.
you, Bill. Well, on deck, we have Blxck Sxlt, but up next, we have the hostess with the mostest, Miss KataLyst. Bless us when you are
Hello,
ready.
everyone. Okay, so I just kind of pulled this one out and I'm going to read it. And then I got one more for you that I wrote for Thomas, who just walked in. So that's kind of cool. Okay, this one doesn't have a title. It's just kind of a little writing I wrote. The conversations I have within my own skull are honestly some of the most profound connections I've made as a human. Connecting with other humans has always felt like some sort of exchange frenzy game. I feel a very strong presence of awareness that we only get so much time, so we speak as deeply as we can with the least amount of words as possible. On the surface, it looks like culture, behavior, and language. But within all that, we see is intensely complex pattern of ever-evolving information code string that is always calculating the majority of experience into the perceiver's senses. What is seen is maybe 10, 15% of the whole sensory process. The other four senses are all working nonstop as well, along with that unspoken sense that's doing the overall process called subconscious. The awareness and control of conscious is bridged to the subconscious by the mind. The mind is behavioral and responds to the limits of the animal body, comparing what could be to what is already known by translating patterns based off of youth learned and established life memories. Memories are created by attention and focus of senses based off the feeling impression left to be experienced by emotion. Emotions are results of transition from unknown to known processes to be ingested, digested, and recycled into the environment where their remains are then again ingested, etc. Lives are spoons dipped in soup, active vessels created to carry out a transportive purpose to feed the mouth and body of the whole. The connection is complete and always everywhere. Even in the absence of perceivable experience, there is space which has mass and purpose. All has meaning, all moves together as one. Submitting unwanted and unneeded emotions is key to forward movement. So that was a little writing I found, put it out there.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
And this one's to Thomas. I don't have a title for it, so. My darling, a starling slyly flying past my ear. Heartbeat flutters when you're near. My cheeks pull, exposing my teeth, proving the weakness your sweetness brings. I can't keep my eyes open because beholding your light takes all the might a lion could muster. You the mustard. Smooth like sanded metal, a mental case not many can taste because their haste halts at your handsome face. Hated by the stupid, so full of love that Cupid committed suicide knowing you're the guy he's competing with. Yeah, you the shit, I admit it. Your hugs make me feel safe, something grace could never offer. I'm off the walls knowing I'm your all. Don't even ask about the ceiling because I peeled it away looking for the floor that falls from beneath me whenever you see me. I adore your pores that I crawl in and fall in when I turn myself tiny to climb in you more. I find doors that I open and throw my hopes in while knowing you'll settle all scores. I have big dreams and it seems you're the hero unseen because I look to you forevermore. I feel the deepest of answers, slanted ant words, telling me all and nothing the same. My flame, my feather, my game, my tethering stitch. I don't know. I just love you, bitch.
I don't know. Hey, give it up for my wife, KataLyst. Woo! Yeah, baby.
That's all for me tonight, folks.
You bitch.
Oh, Dave says
Yo, you can give it up for KataLyst one time.
Woo!
Yeah. Tommy? Beautiful work as always. On deck we have Justar joining us from overseas. But up next we have the one and only Blxck Sxlt. Take it away when you are ready, sir.
Hello, hello. So I messed up my microphone a little bit. So can you hear me okay? Not too loud, not too quiet. I see. Okay, I see thumbs up. So I'd like to maybe do a share screen. Um yeah, let's do a share screen. I want to
You
share
should
this
have it.
track with you, if that's okay. And with your permission, I'll do two pieces. I'll probably take up the full 5 minutes, as the track I'm going to share with you is about 4 minutes. So, but I'll just share with you a poem, and it's kind of poem's about a minute. So I'll probably
Please
take out the
do.
full 5 minutes if that's okay.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All right. And so yeah, I've been putting together some different things, and the track that I'm going to share with you is actually inspired by this poem. It's the poem is called Whispered in the 13 Orders from the Queen. And the track that I'm going to share with you is called Whispers in the 2 Before You Even Knew. And so I'll share with you this poem. Here we go. A little break, self-care, girl's best friend, mama bear. We all know who's in charge. Lucky 13 orders from the Queen. The bold and sassy, timid and shy, both get caught in due time. All that silver and all that gold taken from you with little effort. Spiritual gangsters and rich pirates, curse of the seven seas, royalty of the streets. Little girls and big bad wolf, kings and queens, whispers in the 13. A little break, self-care, girl's best friend, mama bear. We all know who's in charge. Lucky 13 orders from the Queen. And that is whispers in the 13 orders from the Queen. Yeah. And so I'll share this track. Let me see here. Share screen. And so this is the track I came up. It's called Whispered in the Two Before You Even Knew. And it's all electronic. And so I whipped together some stuff, and I guess I hope you like it. I won't get too long-winded. I'll just um what am I looking for here? Yeah, something doesn't look right. Yeah, let's go like that. All right, yeah, I hope you like it. Let me know if you can hear it, okay? And so that's the track. It's at the top of this playlist. It's just called Whispers and there's things in the way. I don't know if you can see it, but this thing pops up on my screen that like blocks half the damn thing. But it's called Whispers in the 13, little playlist I got. About an 18-minute album, and that's the and this is the track all the way at the bottom if you want to make a U-turn toward it. And I will put the link in the description, or not in the description. I always want to say that, but in the chat, Yeah, there we go. So yeah. So that's what I got for tonight. Thanks
That
for
was absolutely amazing, Blxck Sxlt. I really like that track.
yeah.
Yeah, I really
I
like the
might
music.
play that later and write something to go along with that. I really like that.
Thanks.
You had all
Thank you.
kind of imagery popping up in my head during that. So that was pretty dope.
For real, your music is so full of magic. Like I've been witnessing this every week. Like I have this little speaker, right? And as soon as you
Yeah.
start playing your music, like my hands just start moving. Like I can't control them. Like they're so ethereal, I can't even control it. And then all these like little creatures come and like huddle around the speaker. Like it's so cool. I don't know. I've seen weird shit, but like that happens
Yeah,
every week, every time you play your music. And
I was
anytime I'll
seeing
put your music
spiders and
on too, it's
everything.
the same.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. You know, I'm here to bring the magic. I'm here to bring the magic.
Well,
So
we
dope.
love you, Blxck Sxlt, and appreciate you coming back week after week.
Hey, I love being here.
Absolutely.
I'd probably go crazy if it weren't for you guys just fucking bullshitting around in my fucking room, just talking to the top. Yeah, I don't even know, but yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. That's what makes us a family.
Yeah,
So,
hey,
well, everybody, on deck we have Terri R, but up next, give it up for Justar Misdemeanor. Take it away when you are ready, Justar.
Gang, gang. I just clocked literally a second ago the title thing on the flyer. Does that like is it strict? Am I gonna get in trouble at class if I don't do a poem that's like related?
Oh no, you can read whatever you want. 2 pieces.
Well, mine a bit long. I'll just do one. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you as well. Thanks for bumping me up the queue as well. I appreciate that. All right. Writing my everyday, sharing, learning, writing my mistakes, creating character. I use pen. No need for pencil in my words. I am certain. Can't erase my sentences. Take my voice, despite the mute button scribbled over or blocked out. Still just our mark in history. All the things I never wanted to be, plus the rest I still can't believe exist in my reality. Behind every smile is a story. Justar because I carry it like it's nothing doesn't mean it's not heavy. Strong enough to admit when I'm weak. Founder and loser of the gang all at the same time. Lonely bus journey to wear that cap and gown. Fairy tales stolen, repeating patterns since childhood. This story continues. That little girl still begging to be seen, wanted, so desperate to be loved. Can't see what's best for me. Thought I could trust you. Believed you would keep my heart secure. Always be my person. A safe place to call home. Justar wanted to sample that happiness, get my moment to wear an upside down frown, finally feel like I actually mattered. Trust someone with my heart again, find a best friend for life, a person that wouldn't use my hurt against me, shared my weaknesses, literally handed you all the ammunition, shoot me down from dusk till dawn, always ready for the onslaught, call her gunslinger, never missed a target, skin past her armor, piercing straight through the heart with every shot. I chose love every time, and you chose yourself always. Can't see me clearly from that pedestal, never once seen me eye level, so stuck up there, always thinking you're all right, ruining everything I had left. Well done. Hope you're happy. You never really wanted me, just I never wanted anyone else to get close. Treated like a toy, dropped constantly. Used every excuse to forget I exist, but still always blaming it on me. Disregarded repeatedly, thrown away quicker than one's junk mail, not a second thought given. So much for commitment. I let you have my heart, so why are you so fucking heartless? I was happily unhappy. Why did you give me that hope that I could be loved completely? Kept me hanging on a string. Correction, tightrope around my neck. Am I that ugly? It's that hard to love me? Suddenly all the lyrics make sense, ruining every song I used to sing, hearing old conversations differently, taking all the memories, extending every second to last for days, still in my dreams. Haven't you stolen everything already? Correction. I gave it all willingly. I'm to blame for the way I'm treated. Changed my language, made me speak like an angry person. Passion mistaken, animated, human, misunderstood, constantly learning, growing, knowing I'll never be perfect. You should try it. Instead of thinking you got all the answers. The only thing I know for certain, I don't know it all. Maybe share the guide you a gift is never let your shit stink. Get all my loser from my father, anger from my mother. Big heart is all grandma. Every brick is a person that never returned. Testing my resilience. This elephant is defeated. Let's not ignore the ginormous grey shadow in the room. Wait, obviously, I've misspoken. It's all my fault again. Trying to find a button to switch off feelings. Clearly, you found it easily. Constantly switching on, off, leaving me in the dark continuously. Switch from being my future to cancelling all my tomorrows, todays, yesteryears, and yet-to-be's. I never asked to switch to loud in the beginning. Why did you insist on destroying me? World fucking Olympic champion at breaking this human. Broke me. Then point the finger to remind me I'm broken, breaking daily, gave him a whole soul and gave me a fucking headache. Left a whole hole where my soul used to be. Forever faded far too quickly. I would have collected the stars to have lit up our tomorrow. Just start wanting to have my happy ever after. Collect a stack of anniversary cards to mark our life when we reach our rocking chairs. I'm sure happiness suited us. Me, definitely prefer trying a different outfit for a change. Anything to make you see me equally. But you don't even respect me, let alone love me. Got back with me, just started to get back at me. Fuck with my emotions, didn't say I'm emotional. Drive me crazy, just started to even call me mad now. Slit my heart, then sprinkled it with vinegar, just started to make sure it stings longer than the first burn. I can ruin my life all on my own. You could have just left me alone. Me, myself, and I used to being alone. Loneliness is a second home. Misery loves company. Self-saboteur besties take the lead. Trying to build up the seconds that my brain's not spinning to finally get a moment to fucking breathe. Escape the endless chatter. No sense trying to make sense of nonsense. Letting some pussy turn me into a pussy. No, bitch. Don't kill my vibe. You already stole my light. Constantly lighting up good shit. So why are you still grinding me down? Just start keeping me high. Reminding me the big man still got me. Stronger than you ever let yourself see.
Yo, what? That was incredible, Justar.
Big up, gang, gang.
Thank you
Absolutely
so
amazing,
much.
Justar. Thank you for blessing us. It's an honor to have you here, my friend.
Thanks for letting me be here, man. Thanks for letting me jump on, man. Appreciate your time always, you know that.
Absolutely. I love you dearly.
So badass. Oh, we love you. Everyone, open up your mics and show some love to Justar. Woo! We love you.
Nicely done,
That
Justin.
was epic.
Love you too, gang, gang. I'm holding my phone in one hand. I can't do it with the heart, so sorry.
Amazing.
Super nice.
Thank you again. So good to hear from you. All
Absolutely.
right. On deck, we have Sidekick. But coming up next, we have Terri R. Terri looking amazing tonight. Could you bless us with some words?
How can you even see me? I'm in my car and it's dark.
I see you. I know.
You can see me? Okay, I can barely see myself. I can't see out these damn glasses, but I'm gonna try. So, I'm tired of writing about Donald Trump and what an asshole he is. So I decided to go on a different way, and just I've been trying to get down all these ideas that come in and out of my head for poetry, like to write about. So these are kind of like poetry prompts, but I call it my list of ideas for poems. And here it's pretty long, so here we go. It's only gonna be one. Waking up feeling tired. Waking up feeling like I swam a mile. how the buttons fell off my coat at Shirley's funeral. In Paris and Switzerland and Italy, I got lost many times and at a disadvantage not speaking the language. Google Translate saved my ass. Female robots granting sexual favors, carrying babies. What will happen to us? Can't get the picture of Elon Musk kissing his picture-perfect creation robotic woman on the mouth out of my mind. The creation that had the demeanor of a drunken woman. I guess he still needs to feel like he's taking advantage of something else. It's Women's Month, where the word women has been banned. It's St. Patty's Day, and I'm sober. Sexual favors, masturbation, humans' never-ending craving to be satisfied, drag queens' idolization. Hang on, I have to move my phone around because it wants to be an ass. My phone is an ass. I should add that in there too. Okay. Okay, I said that one. Drag queens, idolization, living near the beach, the never-ending winds of brigantine, my ex-friends of 30 or more years, how I hate coming home to you. I miss my alone time, freedom. I want to leave here and never return. I'm afraid of lack of connection. I do not want to die alone. I miss my friends. I'm afraid of drowning in the murky ocean waves, engulfing my lungs and in my bulky human body. The spirit doesn't live in the body lives in the spirit. I long to grow gills and be able to breathe underwater indefinitely and have a mermaid tail to glide effortlessly through the waves. I want to sing like a siren, capturing the hearts of men. I miss my younger form, but never appreciated it then. I miss my babies in my arms before they grew up and tired of a mother's love. And that's my list so far. I need to add on my phone is an ass. Hey, Marianne.
Oh yeah, and you should definitely add that in, no
I
doubt.
know. My phone is an ass definitely has to go on there.
It was made to be, meant to be. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Terry. I love it when you're on here.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Yes, you have the
Uh,
best arguments and your opinions are so accurate. Like we could all just relate to that shit. Like, oh, it moves me. Thank you so much, Terry.
Thank you, guys.
on deck we have Marianne, which I'm happy to see back. But up next we have Sidekick. Please come on and bless us.
What up, y'all? Good to be in the house. I think Justar already rolled out, but every time she's in the room, I feel like I'm in the right room. Love that voice. And then the titles as a whole piece is brilliant. I think it would be stealing that device. I love it. Thanks for having me on here, y'all. All right, we're gonna do it like this. I want to draw a mustache on the Mona Lisa, light her on fire. Sledgehammer the Sistine Chapel, delete Michael Jackson's Thriller album from the airways and memories. Strangle Edgar Allan Poe's Raven while wearing butterfly dandelion rain boots, screaming buckshot razor blade ballistics. Remember him, nevermore, nevermore, never fourscore and forget 7 and 8 symphonies ago. Don't just cut the legs off the piano. Throw it off Mount Doom along with the Tale of Two Cities. Let those skeleton ivory keys bleed out obscurity. Replace Dandelion Daniel Day-Lewis with undirected incense. I'm smoke with no direction. Art comes from an abundance of scarcity. We are becoming an abundance of abandoned ambulances. In Charlotte, we are becoming a craft built on the bones of all our broken stars, hung in the sky by sinew, grinding trailer parks on fire, beauty at the cost of blood, Pied Pipers playing the rat race tune, children dancing with black and blue halos. Who knew the cost could be so high, so high, so Kurt Cobain high, snorting pixie dust. Cocaine can show you how to fly without all them happy thoughts. But who needs cocaine when we got codependency? They tried to make me go to rehab, and I said no, no. No, we've been convinced to produce in our lives at a speed that life was never meant to be lived at. Productivity faster than our produce. So wherever an ear has been cut off for a creative, anytime art was valued over a good night's sleep, when the project was more important than the people living in it, the shame of this artist is when I think my craft is more important than the people I'm creating for, more important than myself. Do not become black holes of combusted concrete, jackhammering your joy just to jump Jupiter's sun, becoming cardboard pinatas. I want to die without any scars, but it's too late for me. It might not be for you or our children. I want to return this body and soul in better conditions than I found them in. I want to light the Mona Lisa on fire and use her as your nightlight. A lotus generation growing up in the split up asphalt angels. My prayer for this lotus generation is that you learn to enjoy your body, mind, and spirit the same way that you enjoy a sunset, waterfall, or elephant with pure delight and no ego. I hope you sleep tonight. Poem.
Holy shit!
Hey,
Come
let's
on,
go
Sean.
Sidekick.
I wasn't ready.
They wasn't. I got one more I want to do with y'all if I can pull it up. Word. Thank y'all again. This is awesome. Glad to be in the room with y'all. Can't wait to hear these next pieces. A man is a tattered tank. An outdated machine kept round. You can break the glass heart in an emergency. Useless in times of peace. Testosterone is a strong casket. A refrigerator that can take an A-bomb blast and keep running. An empty pinata with no colored candy inside, being beaten, swinging from a tree branch or old jungle gym, a string, being pulled on by the elders, mothers clapping, singing, let the children play. When the cardboard cracks, only silence spills out. For in the gut of every man, you will find the candy wrappers twisted up, covering all the unspoken times of his life, and a child praying that no one will unravel the no sweetness left to be found in him. The little boy in the gut of every man hopes to help the cardboard shell-shocked adult take his sweetness to the grave when a son reaches down the throat of his father and fingertips his treasure. How should I respond? Every man can take a bat to the brain, a stick to the matchstick ribcage round his heart, the jerking up and down the demands of this world and still smile. But who can take a gut shot and not have the wind knocked out of them? How can a man let you unwrap what he can't remember was covered? There was a game to win, and it did hurt. It was not nearly as much as it would hurt to admit it. I did not want to let my teammates down, so I learned to grit and bear it because a jawbreaker don't hurt, and nerds need to learn to man up when peeps are playing like chicks. Pixies need to stick to the plan or pop rocks you when you get home. This is where suckers get licked and kids snicker and jeer at the belly boy. Nut up, buttercup. You play like a girl. If it's turning my insides, busting my battleship, rusting my resolve, starting to crack these cardboard walls, what is it going to do to my son? If you see me silently hanging out at my boy's birthday party, looking like I'm waiting to get beaten, I am. I promise I will only let the last few sweet pieces of me fall out into him. I am quiet and alone, but I'm not lonely. I'm fine. I'm just watching my son learn to wrap up his sweetheart. Poem. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sidekick. What?
Wow.
Oh my God. I was playing that for Thomas through the radio because he just loves you so much.
Hey, shout out Thomas.
Man, Sidekick, that was absolutely captivating. Like you sucked me right into that whole I mean, I'm blown away right now. Amazing work.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Everybody on mute, give it up for Sidekick. That was absolutely two amazing pieces of work.
Absolutely.
Sidekick,
Absolutely.
you melted all our brains.
I know you. My hands
I know
are
that man too.
Well, on deck we have CP Mays, but up next we have the one and only Marianne. Marianne, it's good to see you back.
Oh, the
We've missed
pleasure's mine, John, and great to see you too, KataLyst, and everybody here. Wow, I do apologize for coming in late, but I'm so glad I was able to hear Bill and just about everybody, and Terry, who's just always on point with it, Blxck Sxlt, and wow, Sidekick, that was just amazing. And I personally especially loved the first piece, how you started with the Mona Lisa and you came back around. I don't know how you hope to do that, but it was just beautiful. I'd like to share two. You're welcome. Pleasure was mine. I'd like to share two pieces tonight, mostly because I've been having a lot of fun writing the last little while. I start a new job tomorrow. I'm a Montessori classroom teacher. I was doing a maternity leave last year and through the winter, and I've had a couple of months to just enjoy myself. So these last few days, I've just been enjoying my inner nerd, I guess. And the first piece comes as an inspiration from a documentary, a BBC documentary I was watching called History of Africa. And I was particularly taken when they were speaking about Ethiopia, about the 11 Amharic churches in Lalibela that were not built, but they were carved, they were hewn out of the rock, as if from the surface, then they were exposed, which I thought was tremendous. And then that led me to doing a bunch of reading because I had some time to do it. And it also led me to this first poem. Thank you for allowing me the backstory. It's called Lalibela. It was not for me to touch the holy ground that felt the steps of Christ, but I was proud to be among the chosen, to bring that city to life in the rolling hills where my fathers and sons lived their days. Often I hear you say it could not have been that we shaped those 11 marbles with simple taps of hammers and chisels and the carrying of endless buckets of basalt in the lifetime of our king. But just as his vision was foretold by the bees that surrounded his mother at his birth, so were we moved by the understanding shared by artists who give new shape to paper, stone, clay, and even air in all times and places. They say Michelangelo carved until he released the inherent truth from his marble. We did our work to the glory of God, equally sure in the knowledge that the angels stood by our side. And the second piece I'd like to share was inspired by another image that I just happened to see online of absolutely beautiful red leather boots, 2,300 years old, unearthed in a burial site in Siberia. And the thing that really marveled me about it was the beadwork, the absolutely pristine beadwork on the soles of these boots, on the soles of the boots. So that got me thinking about Scythian boots. We saw the heat desiccate the summer sky and winter snow crack the spiny trees of the high plains we called home, but we left nothing to tell you we had been, not even the prints of our beloved goats, nor the impressions of our proud horses. If you had crouched with us beside the smoky fire as we gnawed our furtive meals, you surely would have envied the fine red felt that clad our feet and the black glass beads that shone from our soles. If you had cowered as our hurricane warriors blew terror as if from a fearsome bellows through your helpless village, you might have taken a glint of geometric gold to your own final resting place. In the end, you know us only by the legends that have come to you from Greek and Persian pens, and in the way we surrounded ourselves with fine crafts and adornments to beautify our everlasting lives, in the way they had so little time to do through the days in which we rode toward harsh and inevitable death. Thank you, poets.
Thank you, Marianne. That was awesome. I had to go find those boots. So I'm going to post a picture of them. I think these are the
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, Marianne. It's
Thank
always
you.
an honor to have you on here, and I love your work so much.
Thank you, John. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Were those the right boots? They've got red and like, oh my God, they're so pretty. Yeah. Yeah, those are so cool. I could see why that inspired a poem for sure. Like, wow. Marianne, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Everyone, open up your mics and show some love to Marianne. We love you so much. Thank you for coming.
Can you screen share the boots?
They're in the chat, but I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly the image that I saw. And you can see, I mean, the boots are amazing, 2,300 years old, but of course, you know, preserved in that cold, I suppose, and in that environment. But the beadwork is absolutely beautiful on the soles of the shoes. So I was trying to figure out what could account for that. Anyway, that's where I was this week, nerding around the internet.
I'm very nerdy too. I like it. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, up next, we have the one and only CP Mays. And CP, before you take it, I just want to thank you for last week. That was absolutely amazing. I kind of just sat back and soaked it in. And, you know, we had CP and Maddie and Elemental, and there was a whole group of people, and just, I mean, y'all took me to class, man. It was just an honor to sit back and watch you guys all kind of working together and collaborating and the advice given back and forth. And it was like a school session, and I absolutely loved it. So thank you so much for that.
No worries. It's birthed into my memory as one of my favorite like poetry things too. We just came together and it was like us, hey Marianne, what are you doing? I don't know. It's Sunday. You want to barbecue? Yeah, I'll barbecue. You bring the beer. Okay. Like it just happened like that. Like, we just round robin for a while. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I got so much on my shoulders nowadays since I'm leading as a slam master for this virtual squad that we're taking to the big competition in June. They're guessing now probably about 200, 250 poets. That's what they're guessing. So for us to pull off a virtual team banking out against all the rest of the brick and mortar teams and knowing we're not going to come together until the date of the competition, us coming in the same city together. So you guys having platforms like this is allowing us to tighten up our work. Cool. 2 old poems. There is a horizon, a sunrise, a snooze button too afraid of recession to call in for a sick day. There's cloud drool sniffling haikus over palms too dusky to hummingbird heaven a hello. My cell phone's most likely gonna die on me today, but my ability to converse with God won't. There are railroad tracks and juice boxes begging school buses for attention, just like there are unemployment checks, depressed by the onset of recess. Christ-like, they are giving up their only begotten funds, and I can't remember the last time the sun ever took a vacation. Just like I can't remember the last time my father's only son flashed a smile that wasn't thrift store or hand-me-down or refurbished. I can't keep up with I love you because I can't keep up with feelings being mutual, like I can't keep up with loving myself. Some people say things to me sometimes simply to slow my mind the fuck down. I was raised to be a simile, but I never mustered movement enough into chasing the like or chasing some ass, so I grew to become metaphor. Most nights I love like a Jiffy oven Jesus, cornbread Southern heritage, dipped into an angel junkie, strung out on Proverbs, Bluebell ice cream, halos, heartbeat, beating a reoccurring heartbreak, break, hurricane, and love. If you don't mind, one more time, flavor me forever. I need to be open. Come on home and blow these walls down again, baby. I'm not here without you. My self-esteem is somewhere in the dark room trying to underdevelop my negatives. The next time you come across that motherfucker, please take a picture. I want to remember what she looks like. I got a fetish for the truth. I mean, the fetish by the truth, by the light that really knows how to shake her ass high. A metaphor, my friends. Call me Maze. The future calls me often, wanted me to tell you, heaven or hell. Woo. Only one's a failure. And we should really try smiling more often. Practice saying I'm sorry twice more times a week and actually mean it. Tell the mirror to tell I love you less than half of the time I mean it. Asphalt and angel, I am cement mixer for a mouse. Concrete generation, believe it. I've bled for it. Stood suicide watches for it. And I mean it. I'm from an art form where light bulbs and firecrackers pick fist fights with God. And we ain't taking no shit. And we fucking mean it. Poem. Hey. And some more fun. Well, I don't know how I ended that. Okay, I'll watch the recording. I added that last line at the last moment. It fit though. Yay. Here's the poem. A buddy gave me a writing prompt just so I could have fun with language. The prompt was I'm not a fire starter, but gasoline runs in my family. So he wanted to see what I could do with it. I'm not a fire starter, but gasoline runs in my family. Low birth rates, young death dates, too young death rates echo throughout our bloodline's timeline. Predecessor, we're restless, reckless. The remaining rest of us refuse to show up to our death dates with death late or make death wait. Mid-Atlantic Ocean, beautiful blue eyes, her soft as sexy, silky skin slips. Believe me, I've memorized death's face. Family trace our veins. All 93% octane, arteries all vodka. When we push back, push the envelope, push further, farther, and harder. Oxymoron, adjust the position. With onomatopoeia for a firearm, adjust the position. Feng shui syllabics, then feng shui it stanzas in. Watch me adjust their position. I ain't afraid to switch perspectives. Ain't afraid to slide a synonym inside suicide vest. Sachet turn a thesaurus into a Tyrannosaurus Rex with the dead man switch. What do you do when your bloodline's instincts are prepared to go extinct. My sister and my kid sister's intuition can have you coming up missing. Trust me, I'm the dead man switch. Tales from the crypt. Halo couldn't fit. Hell couldn't suit me. Took an angel and a tailor. Needle sick with the stitch. 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Howl, all fucking flit. 4 pounds, 11 ounces. Growl, all fucking flit. Double down on my pedigrees. I birthed twins. Both twins flits flicker. From a son of a gun, quick to tell his 7-year sons. Paper soldier bullies. Gum flapping, tapping on nerves. Always notice the sheep. The sheep's weak. Merely meek, making moves, mustering up more and more courage, son. More and more courage, sons. Moving in herds, mostly a bunch of douche canoe dudes. Gone glide with no net, like no sweat. Before your wax melts, be bold, be brave. Break a sunrise down into a sunset, down into a blaze of glory. And go get your goddamn Kid Icarus on. Go gather a gram of graveyard ghost grit. Gather a gallon of gasoline mix in 8 ounces of Holy Ghost spit. And go get your Kid Chaos on. No means, no bygones, be bygones. Break jaw, break bone. Dragon Ball, T-Ball, babble off, then Babylon. Coward cowboys stay hot dogging in the end zone. Believe me, y'all. The people I run with, we live in sudden death and die with no fears of playing in sudden death. Go ahead and try to go Greek god Zeus and get your god of lightning on. Game of Thrones on. Remember the Titans on. Go Braveheart, get your gladiator on. And watch how my bloodline go Neanderthal caveman and get our Barney Rubble on. Then go get Fred Flintstone and let little Bam Bam do the goddamn rest. All else fails, son. Just get your Flint on. Flint twins, both bloodline boys, born of brimstone, passed on from a father, birth of concrete and stone. Their father, praying my sins ain't passed on as their father, feeling as if heaven passed on their father, feeling as if heaven passed me over. Like, why bother? Don't ask my father, dear father, my daddy, my pappy, don't ask my daily. All three pray for me. Like if they don't, I might be committing blasphemy. Mortgage been missed. Like napalm sticks to kids. Time sharing hell misneglected, claiming I'm 2 months, 2 weeks, and this is day number 6, and I'm 6 or 7 cents late on my rent. Chasing the light at the end of the tunnel just proves this hollow cost minus the Jews. Ask my gorgeous Gaia how I'm gorgeous, graveyard gristle. Then ask my gracious, my grace-filled God how I'm 3-card money with the gift. Always making multiple marital moves, moving like I must be Mormon. Married metaphor, then married meter, then married a tricky dichotomy. Divorced air quotes and her play sister apostrophe. Every week, feeling I'm underneath my boatman's feet. Boiling water, chain smoking, flicking ashes in my menthol, Marlboro. Gasoline runs in my family. We carry heavy baggage, harbor, cargo. Text me Jesus, Eve, and Mary's addresses so I can address assholes before my angel wings go fuego. Jet fuel is in these veins. No, I don't go postal. No, 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 if you don't want to see me pissed off or I lift off with a machine gun or a pistol, Rocket Man maze, go air to air, surface to air, missile, don't make me go prohibition, I'll dry your living liver up. I took that. Yeah, Satan, I shook that. Yeah, God, found an instrumental and verse, then came back and let me hook that. Tell queens, pawns, and all the knights, I was raised in a tower with no lights. Castle me. I grew up where the rook's at. Dead man switch. You don't want to flip that. Fun poem. Yeah. Oh, wow. I haven't read that in forever. Whew.
That was one of those ripping space-time poems.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wow, I did write that. The whole while I'm reading the poem, I'm like, oh, I did write that. Oh, yeah, I remember that line. Yeah. It's like 4 or 5 years old. Word. Cool.
So one day when I perform a piece and I make you cry, I'm excited for that day because I'm absorbing it all from you.
And then in the crowd, I'm going to be pulling at you. I'm going to be like, so we'll be even.
Like
We'll
all
be
that
even.
shit.
Yeah, I'm going to do all that. Yeah, we're going to be good. We're going to be good.
That's amazing, CP. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's fun. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you, CP.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what? You should try going and talking to people in comas and see if you can wake them up. I bet you could do it.
I
wake up and be like, hey, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Who is this guy yelling? Why is this guy yelling? We're in ICU.
He's making me feel things. I love it. You're amazing. It's not even the yelling, it's the power and the feeling behind it. Like, oh, I feel it. You wake up the dead in me. Like, oh, it's awesome.
Everybody keeps saying, like, do you preach at a church? And I'm like, I got a Marine Corps. I say the word fuck too much in my poems. Like, I don't write them into my poems, but when the spirit moves me, an F-bomb comes out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't control it. There's no way possible I'm going to have my own, like, congregation. That just ain't going to work. So, yeah.
Definitely think the creator of all says fuck every once in a while. They made humans. Got to be saying fuck sometimes.
I'm just saying. It's the perfect word.
In the church
Adjective,
of poetry,
noun,
there
verb,
are no
adverb.
rules.
Exactly. Poetry church. Amazing,
Well,
everyone.
Kat, I don't know if you want to do a round two, but I know I got to take off early because I got to drive to DC in a couple hours.
Yeah, I got to get back to the whole world here. I can only step away for so long. But if y'all want to do a round two, I can keep the room open, no problem. Otherwise, we will be back here Friday night with Thomas hosting. Oh, no features yet. We're kind of sort of still trying to work on heat and water and power and such. So, but as soon as that all comes together, we're going to be featuring again. So it's been a wonderful night. I'm going to stop the recording. So good night, everyone. Thank you for watching Chaos Magic.
Thanks for letting me yell at you
Bye,
guys.
thanks.
Yay.